Hello, this is Tanya and Catherine. We are of the Twin Flame Mystique 1111. Thank you for joining us. And if you are coming back to our video, thank you. We are going to have a short discussion about the if your life is falling apart.
Or it seems to be.
Yeah, or it seems to be. There's a lot of confusion about people going through what we call the dark night of the soul. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to make this a little bit of a series of videos. And then what we'll do afterwards is pull a few cards and see how that clarifies any of the ascension energies that are happening. But most importantly is that we would like to go over, what we feel are important points with going through a spiritual awakening and going through these dark nights of the soul, through these initiations.
Yeah, so I've noticed with some of the people that I've been coming into contact with and new clients that they are being called to awaken spiritually. And they don't understand it. They don't know what it means. They don't never heard of a spiritual awakening. So this is kind of like our spiritual awakening 101 for people that don't really know what it's all about yet. So in 2020, a lot of the collective are going to go through mass awakenings.
Yes.
And so this is what this video is going to talk about. We're going to talk about the spiritual awakening. If you've been seeing 1111, that's what I keep hearing. And I've been seeing 111 and 1111 a lot, and they don't know it. Well, it's a DNA awakening code. It's a call. It's a call to awakening. And, if you've been on the path for a while, it's just to reaffirm that, you're on the right path. You're on the spiritual path.
Right.
So the first thing that I really wanted to talk about is the dark night of the soul.
Yes.
So the dark night of the soul, in my words, I guess, it's like it's the ego death. It's the death of the symbolic death of your karmic patterns, karmic issues, karmic relationships, karmic jobs, karmic family, anything that needs to come up to be released.
That is no longer serving you
Right.
on this path.
So when it feels like your life is falling apart.
Oh, yeah.
It is, but it's falling apart
For a reason.
so that something can be built stronger and better in its place.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the dark night of the soul in a nutshell. So you may end relationships, in jobs,
Have health issues.
have health issues.
Pretty bad.
It's like being on rock bottom or at rock bottom.
Yeah.
Because when you're at rock bottom, the only place you can look or go is up. So you look up to the divine, to the universe, because you have nowhere else to go.
Right.
And thus that's when the spiritual awakening
Happens.
It happens. It's almost like, well, you really don't have a choice
Right.
now, because, you basically have lost everything that you held dear to you, but those were things that you didn't need to be holding on to anyway. So that's the dark night of the soul. And you have more than one.
You do.
It's where all your beliefs and your foundations that you worked so hard to build just come crashing down to the ground, like they're no longer working for you. That's
Right, because they are of the 3D.
Yeah.
And when you become awakened to a spiritual path, then you start living through who you really are.
Yeah, and that's what the new earth is, being built upon, is this spirituality, this higher consciousness, this higher love,
Higher love.
happy heaven on earth, basically.
Right.
So, with that being said, you have anything else you want to add, or you want to go? Priscilla or Catherine channeled some information as well.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about that. And it was having to do with this today being January the 12th. It was a pretty big portal day for Ascension Energies. And in these energies, where it's now very fruitful time for manifesting and for channeling a spiritual business path. So for those of you that are thinking of starting a path, starting a business, spiritual business, this is the time. Spirit's always ready for us to tap in for guidance in this spiritual business ventures, and that's because we as light workers and way showers are offering guidance to others. So
Yeah.
that's it for with spiritual business. Do you want to pull some cards for that?
Yeah,
See how that clarifies?
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I have the Enchanted Map Oracles, right? Yeah, Enchanted Map by Colette Baird Reed, and this is for the general collect, not Twin Flame, not just the the regular collective, kind of a past, present, and future with these oracle cards, and then I'm gonna go through soul lessons, life changes, and then maybe some romance angels. And while you're going through the information that you channeled, but yes, that is why we're here. We're Ascension Guides. We're here to help people make sense of the things that they're going through.
Yes.
So we'll do energy updates. When you go through an awakening, you become very highly sensitive to the energies that come in, and the energies, that meaning, the Schumann resonance, the astrological, not an astrologist, but the phases of the moon, all these things,
energy.
all these
of
things
that affects you when you become awakened. Then you realize that they've been affecting you all along. So, all right, so let's go ahead and see what.
Okay, so for the past, for the collective, we got Into the Unknown. I remember I got that card like 2 years ago, and I hated it because I'm a Taurus, and Taurus does not like to go into the unknown.
It's true.
So yeah, I wasn't very happy with that, but it's a good thing. So Into the Unknown, so number 7, it says trust and all will be revealed. Life is an adventure, and often new opportunities will arise that you won't know how to deal with. This is one of those times. You're required to trust that this new phase will reveal wonders and miracles as you step into the unknown territory. Imagine that you are not only a pathfinder, but a path maker.
That's right.
Whatever your inquiry, trust that you'll be safe. Stay aware as you discover new and marvelous territories and valuable treasures. So this is kind of the past energy. And again, it's like there's so many karmic endings and so many changes. Everybody's kind of going into the unknown because we don't know. Even the psychics, and we channel information and we have a lot of we still don't know.
Right.
We still don't know everything. But, we're here to try to figure it out as best we can. Did you have something you wanted to add about that?
Oh,
Sure, if I could. You see it?
yes.
Okay.
It's good.
Into the unknown.
Yeah, you've got it. You tapped into it.
Okay, so in the present, we have making a choice and dry desert. So, as you are called to awaken, there's a choice that has to be made. You can cling on to your 3D life and see how that works out for you, or you can follow the spiritual path. Either path you decide, it's your choice. Whatever you decide, it's likely to change your life in drastic ways forever. But regardless, a choice needs to be made at this time. And that's exactly what it says. It's a number 30 card. You're required to come to a decision now. So you're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next right action. You got something to...
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it also says, trust your intuition. And that's very important because we all have abilities. We all have psychic abilities. We all have our intuition that we rely on. And, you know what's right for you. You know what feels good, and you know what doesn't feel good.
Right. And then with these ascension energies that are happening right now, they're pushing us forward. And the forward momentum is raising us to a level of awareness that helps us receive light codes and downloads as our divine guidance. So the portal energies are, and right now it's all about making it, you either make it or break it right now with this fork in the road. So either you're going to decide now or not. And something that I did also receive guidance, or what I did receive message wise, was that for those that are deciding not to take the spiritual path at this time, right, and still trying to live through that illusion of that 3D illusion of control in their lives, are not going to be able to tap into these ascension energies that are going on right now until the later part of March and going into April. So good luck with that.
Yeah, and the ascension energies, meaning that there's forward momentum right now.
Yeah.
So you can either surrender and let go.
Yeah, let go and let go.
Go with the flow and tap into this forward momentum that's provided for us
right now. Yeah.
Or you can stay where you're at, and then you may have an opportunity in a few months.
Right. But know that when you are being divinely guided and things are starting to happen, you're starting to go through dark night of the soul, and then you keep, a refusal, having fear and so on, and not wanting to surrender, just know that you'll continue to meet resistance, which is the dark night of the soul. You're going to continue to have it until you just surrender. So
these cards are awesome. The way that they've come out, it's like, it's just perfect, really.
It is.
So the second card that came out also for the present it's a number 31. You see it?
Right there.
Dry desert. Okay, and what this is about is dig deep for inspiration and truth. Now is the time to become resilient and adaptable because everything's changing.
Yes.
So it may feel like, everything is falling apart and, continues to, and there's no hope for the future, but that's not the case. So what the dry desert tells you is, it says, consider the creatures that live in these conditions. They've adapted to thrive in spite of the outer environment. And that's what you have to do, is you have to kind of ignore what's going on around you in the 3D.
Yes, and stay out of the drama.
Stay out of the drama. Become resilient, and, the opportunities, they're going to come. They're going to be there for you.
They are.
But, for right now.
But you've got to attract them.
But, there's a lot going on. You got, in the past, you have into the unknown. Then you have making a choice. Then you have this dry desert. So it's like one little step at a time gets you closer and closer to your goal. And then the last one for the future is Ghostlands. Good. So Ghostlands is about, in a nutshell, it's about living in the present, right? It says, the number 17 card, it says, you can learn from the past and imagine a beautiful future, but you must live in the here and now. So don't get caught up in what, the past. You could stay stuck in the past for all eternity. And what purpose does that serve? It doesn't. We all have nostalgic memories and things like
Yes.
that. You just can't live in it.
Right.
So the now is the most powerful place to put your attention. Its magic reaches out in every direction further than the heart and soul can see. So you just have to be mindful and try to find joy in every moment. And that's where you manifest. You manifest in the present.
That's right. Things that are in the past have, just in staying mindful, just know that they have now, being in the past, they happened for you and not to you anymore. So very important, little affirmation there to say, that's what I say on a daily basis. These things have happened for me and not to me anymore. And that's how you are able to stay out of the drama as well. Helps you be objective.
Okay, so the next set of oracles here is from, I think it's the Butterfly Oracles for life changes. So the first one that came out is realizations and epiphanies. And, I think that's also about the spiritual awakening, dark night of the soul,
Yes.
because you start to realize, that things, maybe why things
Right.
haven't been working.
Right. Able to be objective.
And it says the changes you're experiencing are influenced by internal processes.
Mm-hmm.
You've been recognizing important truths, and now you're questioning parts of your life that you once took for granted. So yeah, that's pretty much
Dark night of the soul.
yeah.
Yeah.
And additional meanings: meditation, a spiritual path, channeling, growing apart,
Perfect.
in relationships.
Perfect. And like Tanya mentioned before, that whenever you can't go down any further, then you start looking up. Yeah.
Okay. Second card, we got motivation. You drew this card because your motivation is changing, and what once interested you doesn't anymore. Spiritual
Yep.
awakening.
Absolutely.
And what does interest you seems to be distracting you from your responsibilities.
Yeah.
This card indicates that this pattern is stressful for you, yet by facing the pattern, you're empowered to both understand and heal it. So, the additional meanings increase your energy by detoxing or exercising. Speak the truth about your needs and desires. Admit the truth to yourself. Shake up your routines to add interest.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one we got is changing your mind. This card means that you've changed your mind about a previous decision and you're struggling with the possible repercussions. Maybe you're worried about what other people may think or whether you or another will suffer consequences due to your second thoughts. You know more than now than when you made your original decision. Perhaps you could have uncovered this information with a little more investigation. Nonetheless, the circumstances unfolded as they did for a higher purpose.
Yes.
Learn from your former actions so that in the future you take your time doing research prior to making decisions. In the meantime, know that changing one's mind is an option for us all. Additional meanings: leaving a relationship, regretting a purchase, quitting a job, deciding not to accept an offer, staying home rather than attending an event.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just a lot of everything going on right now. Just a lot of stuff going on. It's just going to get more and more intense, which is a good thing, but when you're going through it, it's just very challenging.
It is, especially if you don't know what you're going through and you just feel like your world's falling apart.
So now we got the Soul Lessons card. I think James Van Praagh, yeah. Soul's Journey lesson card. So the first one, yep. Okay. Purpose. I know what I am here to do. Abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality.
True.
Peace. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. And acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So, yeah, all these cards are, I see a correlation here. So let's see what's going on with the. We always have to do the romance
Of
angels.
course.
Let's see what's going on with the romance angels. Always have something to say.
They sure do.
So for the collective, yep, you deserve love.
You absolutely do. You
Flirt.
deserve to love yourself.
So it looks like the collective's got some interesting things coming in for them. You deserve love. You are lovable. That's about self-love. That's about self-acceptance and your inner work and your healing. Because whenever you do that, then you meet the one. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, or they may be coming in. So the last card is flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. I'm gonna look up that one, the flirt one, because there's a message there too. The romance angels guide you to initiate romance with flirtatiousness, which entails smiling with your eyes as you connect with others. It doesn't necessarily involve sexuality, although it can. Flirting is playful in nature, and playfulness is the heart of romance. If you're in a relationship, flirting with your partner can revive passion. If you're single, this activity can attract new friendships as well as a love relationship. Drawing this card can simply mean that making more eye contact with others will help you connect with people. Yeah, so I mean, if you want to meet your person, you can't just be a hermit and not talk to anybody.
That's true.
Or not look at people, or not, just ignore. I mean, you have to meet the universe halfway. Like, they'll send you your person.
That's right.
But if you're not, I'm not saying go out and actively searching for them, but just be available in a sense.
Exactly.
I guess you could say.
Right, and it's it's fitting that that Tanya has pulled the romance angel cards after the other, the life purpose and the awakening journey, because this is what is the icing on the cake. This is the icing on the cake after going through your dark night of the soul, after going through. Well, I don't want to say after, but during, as you are awakened to yourself and your self-love and your self-worth, this is what you're attracting.
Yep.
This is what you're attracting. So just know that your thoughts, okay, your actions, your reactions, the music you listen to, all of that offers you what offers you a vibration that you are attracting. So, you're gonna be constantly negative about something, then that's all that you're attracting. You are manifesting that in your life. So, change your mind about that. Something I wanted to go over too right quick that I had channeled. And if you're talking about the relationships here, and if you are a twin flame, then these portal energies that are happening at this time have the twin flame collective at a make it or break it fork in the road. So with the make it energy to be that of decisions, and the biggest one being of taking a break from the twin flame path. So and that's going to be
and if you're being or the message that came through that was channeled is to take a break from the path.
Yeah,
because you need healing. There's healing and inner work that you need to do, because you're not going to get your twin flame if you don't do the work. And while we're talking about twin flames, it's my belief that I don't know if everybody has a twin flame. I don't really think it matters if everybody has a twin flame. But what I do believe is that anybody in the collective can experience the twin flame energy with
True.
another person. And I think us as twin flames are here to guide those people. I mean, what's the point of there just being twin flames? You know, oh, twin flame, we're in union. That's awesome.
Right.
But how we need to help other people get there too and be able to feel that connection and that love too.
With a divine partner.
With a divine partner, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So, yeah. So the twin flames were like the, you know, the path makers. You know, the
Absolutely, we sure are the pioneers.
to show the pioneers to show
way showers
the rest
for
of the
us.
collective, you know, how they can achieve that twin flame connection, that twin flame love too.
Divine
Because I do think it's
partnership.
possible for every divine partnership,
Yeah.
however you want to term it.
Yes, and being on this path though, it is about ascension. This ascension path is taking us to our purpose in higher love and divine love. So for ourselves, for our divine partners, and for the planet.
Awesome.
Yep. These energies are pushing us forward.
Really great messages
Yeah.
come through.
It's a forward momentum, so it's up to you. It's up to you to decide if you're going to right now.
You
is
know, if
that-
you're ready for that.
Yeah, right now it's that make it or break it until the end of March, beginning of April. Well, thank you for your time. I hope that this does resonate with you if you're listening. And give us, send us a message if you'd like to have a reading with us. We are, also ascension coaches, not just twin flames, and we will happily be able to help you on your path, or at least help you with figuring out where you are, in the knowing of, in your awareness.
And
of your path.
wherever you're at in your spiritual journey.
Yes.
Catherine's a shaman, so she can do the healing and the soul retrievals and the past life readings, twin flame reading. We do that together. We do a lot of it together.
We do.
So yeah, if you're in need of anything like that, we can help you.
Yes.
Just reach out by email, or you can comment on the video and leave your email. We'll contact you.
Yes, at
Twin
Flame Mystique
1111 at gmail.com, but we'll leave it in the description box, or it'll be on our channel.
Yes. Thank you so much, and
We love you guys, and until next time.
that's right. Peace, love, and light.